Well, the jobs numbers just came out, and unemployment surged to 14.7% in April. It's the highest since the Great Depression, as the coronavirus triggered 20.5 million job losses. If you talk to anybody who grew up during the Great Depression, they had a good family, yeah, they made it by, but if they had a dysfunctional family, things were even worse. And you know, for some children sheltering in place during this period, during this pandemic, it means they are spending more time with an abuser or more time waiting for a family caught in legal limbo. And joining me is 5th District Appellate Court Judge Milton Wharton, who formed Southwestern Illinois' CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocate Program, years ago. Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. First One.
I take it you're wearing your bow tie?
I have my CASA bow tie.
Excellent. Say, we were talking earlier about the fact that you're not hearing nationwide about kids being abused, and that worries you.
That worries everyone who's involved with child care, because we recognize that with the heightened stress of unemployment, of being restricted to home life, and domestic abuse, these numbers should be much higher than they really are. In fact, it's estimated that numbers are down 45% from what they normally would be. You know, that's not counting the fact that we're dealing with a pandemic. One of the major reasons is that children are kept away from school, and among professionals, teachers are the primary referrals of child abuse and child neglect. So without that particular participation, we fear that in the fall, hopefully this pandemic will be lifted by then, but in the fall we're expecting an avalanche of child abuse and neglect cases.
What are the special advocates who usually go before a judge in court representing the child, being the voice for the child? Are they able to do anything at this point?
Yes, they are. In fact, they've been very aggressive and very creative. They are conducting virtual home visits by Skype, by telephone calls, and by other means of telecommunication. Now, they are appearing in court in emergency situations, shelter care hearings and such. So they have not stopped. The staff and the volunteers have been very energetic about being creative and creating a situation where the kids aren't left. We have 500 kids that we're ministering, and they are not neglecting them at all.
I know in St. Clair County and in Illinois and in Missouri, the courts, many of them are closed. How is that all being handled?
Well, some emergency hearings are being handled, but many of the cases that normally would come before the court have been continued because of the obvious concern about contamination. So just basically emergency hearings.
I see. So how can the public help? What are you looking for from the public at CASA?
As I said, we're expecting an avalanche of cases in the fall or whenever this particular crisis lifts. We need volunteers. As I said, we have 500 young people, children who are being ministered now, but we'd like to have a CASA volunteer for every child that's in the juvenile court. The fact that we have a pandemic should not prevent you from volunteering if you would want to do that, and we'd love to have you. We have virtual training where you do not have to be present in our location. You can come and you can have this done at home.
Judge, thank you so much for joining us. That's Judge Milton Wharton. He started CASA in Southwestern Illinois. My friend, it's always a pleasure. And if you need more information on CASA of Southwestern Illinois, we have a link set up at fox2now.com and the Fox 2 mobile app. We're going to stay in the Metro East right now. Let's go to Jason Maxwell in our